Hello, y'all. Hello. I'm your composer for today. Trombone and teriyaki wings. And I'm gonna be honest. Almost every time I start a stream, I like click the start streaming button, and I like go do something else. Like I'll get water. I enter a room there. I cut my nails. I wash my face, and I brush my teeth. So a lot of stuff happening. Um, Even though I had a lot of spare time today, I was like, "Oh, I'll do a stream earlier because I have a lot of extra time today." Now it's 10 o'clock, which is when I normally stream anyway. So I was so busy doing other things, like watching YouTube and watching YouTube. So busy. And it's not like I need to take a break from like streaming or anything. It's not like this is fatiguing. Streaming is like the easiest thing I do. It's so easy. You just click go live and you talk. An hour ahead. It's because I hail from West Texas. That's where I'm from. What else did I do today? I ate Chick-fil-A. I practiced the guitar. I practiced singing and the harmonica. I always have one in front of me. Just in case you need one for emergencies. And then I watched some videos. They were mostly Whose Line clips, because I love that show, and I'll never get tired of it. I gotta get it on like DVD or something. There's a lot of shows I need to get on DVD. I think I'll get Whose Line, I'll get Top Gear. What other shows that I think I need on DVD? Why can't I think of any off the top of my head? Queen of the Sheets, that's me. That's who I am. Okay. Click, click, click. You guys want to hear my alt tabbing? That's what alt tab sounds like. Breaking Bad, yeah, that too. Lots of TV. I haven't watched TV in so long, because I don't like pay for any subscriptions, so I don't have any like shows or anything. I'm so out of touch. And you know what? I don't care. Whatever. Did you know that Taylor Swift released a new album? I didn't. I had to learn that through some friends. I'm sure that's huge news everywhere else. But I don't know that. What keyboard do you have? Hello. This is a Unicomp Mini M keyboard. You guys want to listen to its switches? It's so delicious. I'm very glad I bought this. Severance is real good. I heard good things about it, and I heard good things about it a long time ago when it started coming out. Didn't that show come out like super long ago? Or at least it was like a pilot or something was announced. Yeah, in 2022. That was a while ago. So yeah, I remember hearing a little bit about it when it first came out, and it was like, oh, it sounds pretty cool. Very niche musicians. I don't know if it's just that. It's just that I don't. I don't know. I guess like the stuff that I watch isn't conducive to things like that. I watch a lot of math videos, and like I don't watch a whole lot of music videos. Not like music videos like music, and then there's an accompanying video, but like videos about music. I don't really watch a lot of those. And I watch a few gaming stuff, but that's about it. Oh, and also Whose Line clips. Professional content consumers. You know, there are a lot of people that do technically have the title professional content consumer, where they make money looking at other content. And I wonder who that could be. Oh yeah, copy link. Hey, Discord server that I run. I'm doing the live stream. Perfect. Alright, go. Like movie critics? I was thinking more reaction YouTubers, but I guess that's also true-ish. I guess I guess it is true. They're just reaction channels, but they get a little more credit because they write in those fancy articles. And you and me, we're not so different. We both react to stuff and give our reactions. You get paid for it, alright? We're not so different after all. That's actually so awesome. Although, I'd really like to go up to an actual like movie critic and tell them that you ain't nothing more than a reaction YouTuber. And see what they think. That'd be so disrespectful and very funny. Okie dokie. Alt F4 Discord, get out of here. Do you get paid by YouTube? No. I mean, I have ads on my channel, which is cool, but not enough people watch me to get like a meaningful amount. So, oh well. I don't run I've intentionally disabled mid-roll ads on the stream too because I think they're just interruptive and dumb and I don't like them. So we just have the normal stream stuff going on here. Not enough people watch the Shirgi channel for me to get meaningfully paid by YouTube. They're interruptive. Yeah, especially since I do music stuff. One sleeps in their parents' basement and the other one does the same but is louder. Oh yeah, I guess you guys can't see me. Hello. Only brave ads are nice. You're so brave. What a take. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce in my chair. And that means, you know, it's about to get serious. I did do a little bit of stuff on this project that I was working on last time. What do you call a scary prostitute? Horrifying. That would be great, but I'm looking for music puns. Shirgi jump scare. You know, I have thought about making it so that like on my stream, like once every minute, there's like a 1 in a million chance of a jump scare happening, and I wouldn't know when it happens because only you guys would see it happen, and I'd like be doing my thing, and there'd just be like a jump scare happening on screen. I always thought that'd be really funny, but I never set that up. Watch other music streams? No, but that's mostly because I don't actually watch any other live streams, except for my friends. If my friends go live, I'll tune into them. But usually I'll just hop on whatever call they're on and talk to them there. So, when it comes to like watching like other people, I do like seek them out I used to seek them out to find more people that were like me streaming music, and now I've discovered there are more people like me. They don't stream as frequently as I do, but whatever, that's fine. But like I think I talked about this before, but like there's not a whole lot of collaboration stuff you can really do as a classical music, like not channel, classical music like writer. There's not a whole lot of collaboration opportunities, at least like that you can do on a stream. Obviously you can collaborate, but like on a stream, the dynamic, it doesn't really work. So like you could collaborate on a music project, that's totally fine, but on a stream, what are you supposed to collaborate on? Like, I mean, I guess you could walk through your thought processes together, but something about like orchestrating is kind of a you do it on your own kind of thing. Favorite orchestral instrument? Horn. That's my favorite one. I always reach out to get play music, talk about competitions. I could do that, but I don't. I'm sure I could probably pay someone to play my music, but I don't. Everyone tells us to practice 40 hours a day, but I'm too busy for that. That's pretty good. I like that one. English or French? French. That's the only thing I'll give the French. And also, English horn isn't even a horn. Even though it's called the English horn, it makes me so mad. I'll play a piano piece for free. Dang, that's very nice of you, but unfortunately, I think I wrote one piece for piano. One. I wonder if I still have the file for that. Probably somewhere in my backup drive that I don't feel like looking at right now. On my main drive, I ain't seeing it none. Oh well. Yeah. I have a lot of projects that I just haven't done though. Haven't done much of. In the Discord, no worries. Dang. What was that? What does that even mean? Okay. Did you guys know that Bize's first name is George's? He's multiple of George. He's plural George. George's Bize. That's his actual name. Very cool. He doesn't even have George in his name, in his birth name, but his name is George's. Charles Gounod. I don't even know how you pronounce that, but I'm just gonna call him Charles Gounod. Johannes Brahms, he's multiple Johns. Yeah, but George's is George's is just, it's just so blatant. I could practice for over 2 hours, but not possible for his brass players. Equals Zorge. Is it pronounced Zorge? Zorge BJ? What a name. Oh. What is supposed to be happening in this? What is supposed to be happening in this caricature? He's like bobbing for women, panning the river for a date. Okay. Oh, why is this portrait so scary? What is happening in this article? Okay. There's just pictures of buildings. Showing me more stuff of Mr. Bize himself, Mr. George's. He looks like an English teacher I once had. Which is really saying something. Why do fish love 20th century music? Astrofinsky. I like that one too. Oh my gosh, look at him in 860. How old was he then? 1838. So he was what? 22 here. Pretty cool. He's so young. Okay, I really like this one though. I'm not even sure what's supposed to be happening in this, but I really like it. I also thought that these little tufts of hair were legs. I was very sad to realize that these weren't legs. Just on a disembodied head. Look how big this man's collar is too. Fit his wide neck. Okay. Very cool. Thank you, Georges. Lots of Georges. Okay, this is what we were doing last time. And I think we gotta write the next parts. But first I gotta come up with, like, the story of the next part. And I'm gonna be honest, the amount of ideas I have is 0. So I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Delete all that. We have to eat, sleep, and drink music to be good at it, but I haven't had a Paganini in a while. That one's kind of a stretch, but I'll accept it. What's your stream setup? I don't know what you want. This is it. Whoa, I can click the tabs. Oh, wait. If I switch off of the screen, you can't see the screen. I'm so smart. Anyway, yeah, it's OBS. That's about it. So you'll notice that I do have a dedicated channel for my ASIO, but I don't use it. Where'd you get the model in OBS? There it is. Wow. I can disappear and reappear at will. Vaguely curious about the composition software. What about it? You click notes into it and it makes a sound like this. Bam. Anyway, I did change this a little bit. I added this little celesta part. I guess I'll just let you guys listen. What's the software and how much does it cost? Some people are being very loud right now outside, and I'm very sad about it. The software is called MuseScore 4. You can go to musescore.org/en/download to download the English version. How much does it cost? Nothing. You can just download it right now. Alright, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, let's listen back to this part, and I'll think about what comes after this, and also so you guys can just get a recap over what this sounds like. I mean, it is the same thing that we did last time. Create model by yourself? Yes, I did. No, I will not be commissioned for one. Don't ask. You know, a little slight differences here from last time. And then... Okay. There are some things I think that can be improved with some minor orchestration changes, yada yada yada. Never switched over from MuseScore 3. Did the sound fonts get better in 4? did they get better in 4? Did they now? Okay. Some things I want to change here. I want these notes. I changed these stringies to be, instead of pizzicato, they now play colegno. So you get that nice percussion. Although, I think I actually want... I still want like a nice deep bass here. So I think I'm gonna have the contrabass here play arco so that I can have you get that nice bass. I think also maybe a tuba here would be helpful. So I'm going to be lazy. And, oh wait, the tuba's already playing stuff. How are you not loud enough? Louder! More accents. Or I guess I could... I don't really want a timpani hit. It's not really what I'm looking for. I could have like a very easy peasy, lemon squeezy bass drum hit here. Yoink. Nice and bold. Go! I think that actually is what I need. I don't want like too much bass drum happening. Just enough to punctuate the notes, you know? Keep them nice and punctual. Nice and puncty. There you go. And timpani blends pretty nicely. It does. I just think timpani might stand out a little too much. And I also want to save it for this thing here. Bum-ba-da-dum. Okay, what intonation is going on here? Fix the machine! Thank you. I love the roll. You're welcome. Okay, so I also think that this little... There are like 2 bars here where it's just like a transition. I think that... I think more brass instruments or something need to go into that. Like there are these guys here. But there's gotta be more, and I think we'll have viola help out here. Arco and crescendo and tremolo. Most music doesn't have drums. It's because I've not listened to music that has a lot of drums in it, believe it or not. Okay. Marcato at triple forte. I don't even think MuseScore will like play any higher than like double forte, fortissimo even for you nerds. Sure. I think if I write marcato here, like the sound font that I'm using has a distinctly different sound. Yeah, it has like a kind of a rims shot to it too. Why did Bach have so many children? Because the man didn't have a stop on his organ. That one's really good. You gotta save that one. Write that one down. Hello, y'all. Okay, anyway, more tremolo. I think also stringies need to do something like this too. Okay, do like this. Excuse me. These notes are... Can you guys hear that? They're like slightly out of tune with each other. That's awful. I think this will help. And also, more accent. Okay, that helps. Oh, you also notice I added the vibro slap in. She is here now. I guess you can't really hear it here. I did add it in this part though. I thought it sounded really funny. I think it's perfect. I love my slappy friend. Okay. Who knows how many percussion instruments I'll use. I was afraid of using too many, but now I don't care. Chimes, a vibro slap. I also have 2 harps, which is a little excessive, I think, but we'll figure it out probably. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, trying to work on this part here where I try to make it real loud. Why aren't you going to fortissimo? Go! You too. If I wanted a louder hit, I don't know why I'm not just making you play louder. What am I even complaining about? And also, tuba do a hit here. Okay. Go! Actually, I don't like the brasses playing a note here. Just, my friends, just do a crescendo. But like a loud one. And I could have y'all do a wonderful forte piano. That might. You're not really as loud as I'd like. Marcato. That's not marcato. I don't like that either. Oh well. I guess that's all. And over here, there needs to be something else. Now, this is, I believe, 16 bars. Yeah, 8 weights. 8 weights. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 16, so I guess this is 32. After 32, I'm getting kind of bored of this melody already. And or I would like to start on something else, but I'm not... I don't know what that is the thing. I don't know what I think should come after this. It's like a modulation here to D major. It goes from A to G to D, or I guess this is... Yeah, this is G major. So A to G, that's one whole step down, which surprised even me, but oh well. It wasn't actually that hard. We just have this 5 chord here. And then just moves to D major, which shall be... I was thinking maybe just like repeating the first bit here. You know, recapitulation. But like not in trumpets, like maybe in woodwinds or something. And I kind of want something that kind of imitates like a school bell ring maybe, and I think like a big triangle, like a big triangle. A good background solo for snare drum, bass drum, and timpani. No, I don't know that. I don't write anything for percussion actually, so everything that I do is just kind of ad hoc, you know. I don't really have any tips. Very unfortunate of me. This would be what? That's like D natural minor, right? So that would be 1 flat. Making a bass line in general, do you have any advice? When making a bass line, you gotta think about, okay, in classical music specifically, you got to think about what inversion the chords are on. And what do I mean by inversion? Chords can be written... That's a diminished chord, let's not do that. Let's do G major here. Treble clef. Chords can be written in inversions, which means that the bass note can be any of these notes here. So it could be B, could be D, could be G, in the case of this G major chord. And putting a chord over its root note, the chord that all of the other notes are based on, in this case G, we call it a G chord. Putting it over the root note makes it feel very resolute and strong. Putting it over the third makes it feel quite weak. And putting it over the fifth makes it feel also kind of strong, but definitely not as much as putting it over the root note. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're writing bass lines, is what note is going in the bass, because that'll influence the way the rest of the chord sounds. Especially if you have a chord that can be spelled multiple ways, like one with lots of extensions. Putting a different note in the bass can completely change the feel of that chord. So, for example, if I do like... let's do you guys in like y'all instead, clarinet and bass clarinet. This sounds like an E minor chord, right? Because I have C in the bass. An E minor in the chord, what was it called? Okay, whatever. This is a C major 7 chord with C in the bass. If I do the same thing with E in the bass, the chord will start to sound much different. Same thing if I start moving y'all upwards like this. I think for diminished chords especially, we're in the key of G, so F sharp diminished. For diminished chords especially, you can just kind of like respell them in different ways. I'm putting you up here, for example. Why am I getting confused over this? F, A, E flats. Okay, whatever. When you write bass lines, you can see my bass line here. It's pretty simple. It just kind of follows it's literally all the root notes of these chords. This isn't a very good example. I do have a few inversions here, which I marked with numbers. Usually I try to write different bass notes to signify that a chord is changing, because at times the general advice when you write 4-part writing is that, or 4-part harmony, is that you want the voices to move as little as possible from the note that came before. Which of course makes a lot of sense if you're writing for choir, and those rules kind of bled over to the orchestra. But when you're writing a bass line, the bass line will signify, or may or may not signify, if a chord is changing. So if 2 chords share some notes and that note happens to be the bass, you can change up that bass a little bit to signify that a chord is changing. And also, a bass line can act as a melody in and of itself, right? It doesn't have to be a very complex one, but like, if at any point your melody is like holding a note or something like that, you can definitely move the bass around and call it's basically the counter melody. That's pretty easy peasy too. Nice way to get some interest in there. And also bass lines that generally have like a pattern, like they move up, they move down, they go up and then down, they go down then up. Those are usually pretty satisfying too. But I think the main thing you gotta worry about is how the chord sounds, depending on which note you put in the bass. Bass can do whatever it wants as far as stepwise motion goes. That's true. I would probably advise not making it jump too far, but I guess I could say that of all instruments. Don't make them jump too far, or they're not gonna like you. Especially clarinets, so I've heard. Clarinets really don't like if you have to do a big jump. Strings, you can kind of get away with it though, because of the way they are. Okay. I want you to transition to Do minor. Do minor. Where are you, Do minor? Or actually... key signature. Do minor here. Okay. Let's look at our modes chart. Look at all those modes. So in the key of... You know what? We're just gonna put you in natural minor for now. Or I guess if I don't have any, like, that would be Mixolydian, right? Mixolydian just has the flat and 7th. Yeah, so this would be... I could call this Mixolydian. Yeah, the 7th will be flattened here. You know what? Let's try that. And I'm going to oboe you. And... we're gonna have oboe scream that note because of reasons. Also, I just want like a nice tutti here in the woodwinds. Go! What instruments do I dislike the most? Which instrument do I want to hate on today? I hate... the alto flute. I hate it. Boo! What do I not like about it? I hate how it looked at me that one time. That was not cool, man. Get rid of the double reed and the bassoon. That's pretty high for clarinet too, unless they're advanced. Most players don't sound good up there. I guess it's true. The thing is, like, even though I know this part might be a bit tricky, I think you guys gotta remember that the clarinet in B flat is a soprano instrument. So, it's easier to play down here, but the clarinet is a soprano instrument, so it sounds really clear, clarinets in this higher register, which is why I'm inclined to write for it. I guess I do have flutes I could use too, which I shall take advantage of now, except the alto flute, because I hate it. What kind of accompaniment do I want? Last time it was in the strings. And I don't even remember what they were playing. What the heck were you guys doing? Were there like chords involved in that, or did I just like make it up? Oh, there were chords. How long have you been working on this? How long have I been working on this? Creation date September 28th. Pretty cool, right? So that's not actually been that long at all, really. That's been what, 2 days to September ending, and then today's the 8th, so that's 10 days. That's pretty cool. MuseScore is the GOAT because it sounds pretty accurate to the real thing and it's free. It sounds pretty accurate until you listen hard enough and then it stops becoming accurate, but we choose to ignore that as MuseScore users. Right, what was I doing? I'm gonna copy these chords, although I think they're not gonna be quite the same. These ones are a little more not modal. These ones are a little more chromatic. This one's modal. This one's also modal, and this one's modal, but not this one. Actually, they're all modal. You know, what the heck am I talking about? Bang. Okay, I think here that the trumpets are gonna play the hoopla. Hoopla. I sound a bit energetic for being up this late. It's because I did nothing all day, so I have so much energy to do anything else. Have you guys play a little quieter? Okay. I want you guys to be purely Mixolydian chords, just for funsies. No more of this diminished nonsense. And you are minor 3. I guess the 3 diminished is Mixolydian, correct? That is correct. Okay. And then 4 here, we're for an D. That should be G. I have to look at my keyboard every time because I know it on the keyboard, but at least there's sound fonts aside from the basic ones. I think saxophone sound decent if it's classical style. Anything other than that, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't even write them in classical style, but also I don't write for saxophone, so take that, saxes. Not so sax-delicious now, are ya? Okay, and you should be F sharp diminish. Yeah, do something like this. This F here, you've got to be B. And then the 2, that's E minor, right? And so okay, and then we're gonna be lazy because we're composers. 3, that's correct. Just making sure all my chords are goody gumdrops. Something here sounds too good, so I need to ruin it. A 3 here. That's not the correct chord at all. What am I doing? You need to be like this. Four is G major. How did I even write it the first time? Why am I struggling with this? It's one of them plays and then the other one echoes, right? That's how I wrote it before. It's not a perfect copy. Okay, that's what I suspected. Just making sure. Just in case I had a pattern here that I somehow forgot, but it turns out I didn't really. G major here. F sharp diminished here. B minor here. Yes, B minor. Here, E minor. Bass clarinet, you deserve better. You know what? I'll demote clarinet down here. You know what? Bass. It's time for some bass. Get over here, tuba. You get to play this part now. You know what? Try this. Actually, no, horn play this part. You guys, flutes. Needs a little bit more bite. It started in trumpet, but I want it to be like low brass. Bass trombone, you do that. Horns, you take the rest of it. Go! That's so loud, actually. I think it's a bit too loud. Just do like... I think horn. There you go. Okay. I didn't know there was an octave keybind for... You didn't know there was an octave keybind? What have you been doing? Do you like drag the notes like this? Or do you retype them? You can... Yeah, move them octaves. You can also move them chromatically like this. Or diatonically like this. Pretty cool, right? There's some very good keybinds, and you need to know all of them. Please learn them. Okay, actually I don't like you and you. Doing clarinets instead. Actually, no, I do like it. I changed my mind immediately. Think anyone can learn all the keybinds in an open source app? You're actually so right. Although I'm not one to talk because I'm pretty sure I know most of the keybinds you need to know for Blender. They're like burned into my hands. So I can blend so fast. Dumb web browser user that happen to get interesting in writing orchestral pieces. Alright, you know what? It's gonna be, I think I've done this before, but I'll give you a little PSA on some keybinds that you gotta know. First, Control plus arrow keys up and down moves it up and down an octave. Arrow keys by themselves move chromatically. Shift, Alt, and arrow keys up and down move diatonically. That one's kind of a stupid keybind, but I use it all the time. Also, Alt 2 puts a second above, Alt 3 a third, Alt 4 a fourth, Alt 8 an octave. That's also very cool. Pretty sure you probably know that left and right arrow keys move around here. Pressing Alt while Pressing up and down arrow keys moves you between staves and or notes. That's pretty cool. The chromatic one could have saved me so much time into a YouTube short. I don't I don't know if I would consider that useful enough. Oh well. This sound has got to be bigger. It's not... It's a little too... nothing. There's not enough happening, which is why you guys are going to help out other flutes that are just getting a pass for some reason. Especially you, bass flute. You haven't played anything in 5,000 measures. Although you did have a solo. But, like, it was kind of crappy. So take that. The bass flute doesn't go as slow down as I'd like. I know there's a contrabass flute, but shut up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That sounded way too goofy. Like, I know this already sounds goofy, but it's a little too goofy. Clarinet, go! You try! Your turn! Get out there, Private! Forte! Okay, hold on. I know you guys aren't gonna like this very much, but do something like this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it got way less interesting when I didn't use a bunch of diminished chords. Which is why this is gonna change. You're gonna be diminished too now. And you know what? I'm gonna make you augmented for funsies. And I'll make you 5. Or maybe minor 5. Now we'll see. And just for simplicity, I'm gonna put you on strings. Okay, flute has its place just like viola. No, there's no place for flute or viola. It's all trombone all day. All trombone all day. I want you to go here so I can look at you while I write this. Let's keep in mind that we're in D, the key of D. Probably should mark this with a key signature. I mean, this is a D minor, even though this isn't a D minor chord, and this isn't a D minor chord, and technically this isn't a D minor chord, but it kind of is. Okay. Pitch to piccolo cuts through every mix. The E-flat clarinet cuts through every mix, alright? The piccolo wishes it cut through the orchestra like the E-flat clarinet does. Oh, that thing is so loud. Okay. As far as I remember, you kind of moved a little bit chromatically, so well, let's not do that. We're not doing that. Nobody even writes for E-flat clarinet. I think it's... I heard it's because the E-flat clarinet is really difficult to play. Like, it's, like, not worth it, from what I've heard. I think the E-flat clarinet's a great instrument, and I think it sounds great, but I heard that clarinet players don't like playing it very much. They just rather stick to the B-flat one. Okay, 2 here, that should be E. 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 Speaking of E, did you guys see Markiplier's wedding photos? It has a lot to do with E, and I'm very proud of him. I don't know why I'm proud, but I just am. You're just moving up. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, let's have the 6. I like augmented 6. I actually use this chord quite a bit. F sharp diminished. Where's the melody going? Melody's going up. I'll have these notes move down. Oh wait, 6 should be B augmented. Bogmented for short. And then your A. So move to sharp here. Actually, 5 should go here, right? You can just kind of hang around this 6 for a while. Or maybe I should do... No, we'll just stay here. Go to A, or D. Have this wonderful augmented chord here. My bogmented chord. And then you move to C sharp. In a similar vein. Okay. E. A. F. I'm just reciting notes to y'all. I swear I actually know what composing is. I'm not just a composing machine. Although, that would make it a lot easier. If I just turned into a robot that could make music, I would be so creative and everyone would love that I did that. Go, strings. Try this. And try some new chords here. 2, 4. Try this. Just for funsies. You play minor 4. You play a diminished chord. E flat can kind of be the oboe to English horn. I mean, the thing is, like, clarinet is, if you studied orchestration from like a book or something, they'll generally tell you that clarinet in this range, like the range that you actually see on the treble clef staff, is actually the weakest part of the clarinet, and here in its extreme ranges is where the clarinet has the strongest sound. Like, it has a very, very piercing sound up here and has a very brooding sound down here. But in the middle here is actually where it's where the clarinet is at its least interesting tone. And also, apparently this B-flat clarinet in B-flat can't play very well. So, alto clarinet, oh no. That is something where an alto clarinet or an E-flat clarinet would fill in this gap of these notes don't sound very good, so on another instrument they would sound better. But like, you want that clarinet tone in this range, but it sounds just a little bit shoddy in the clarinet in B-flat. Not that it sounds bad, especially if you have multiple clarinets going at once, it can kind of fill in that gap, but like, if only there was an instrument that could fill in that gap for us. Or resonance fingerings to compensate. Yeah, something in that. Actually, what am I... I'll just defer to the charts. I forgot that I have this. There. Weak and dull. This is at the advice of Mr. Korsakov, who wrote this book from which I pulled all these diagrams. He describes this range here as weak and dull. Shallow range, dark and sonorous. And of course these ones are very clear, silvery, bright and piercing, and unusual. But here he says it's weak and dull, which I don't really disagree with. We also have small clarinets, which is a similar range. I think these are probably, yeah, these are definitely transposed, but yeah. It's like, why? The small clarinet can't have the same range as the clarinets, so yeah, they're transposed, but you should give us that chart. You can just take a screenshot of it now if you want. But I found this from the online version of the Principles of Orchestration, because I believe that's hosted somewhere. Weak and dull sounds like my love life. Maybe you need to stop having such a small clarinet and get a big double bassoon. Do trumpet and cornet have the same range? Oh no, here's a very frequent, little used, not often used. I gotta change these notes. You are E flats major. Too bad Korsakov's career was reduced to Flight of the Bumblebee and Scheherazade. True. I mean, I think Flight of the Bumblebee is great. Scheherazade is fine. You are F major. Is that correct? That's correct. I chose to make you flat 6, augmented, that should make you B flat augmented, which is once again bogmented, which I think is actually the chord that you're already playing. And then 4 here should be G minor. I don't like that you guys have the same bass here. You are... move up to D, please. I think the melodies just gotta change subtly because of this. Go, try this. I can't wait to hear what this sounds like. I'm feeling E major here. That's not what I meant to do. I didn't want to obliterate the notes from existence. I just want to add a natural to them. That'd be what, an E diminished chord? That's kind of fun. I like that. Okay. And I want here, just like we had in the beginning, just a droning note here. Probably just a D one. Not like the dice, but like the notes. Just have you guys play this, but like quietly. Have a forte piano here. I don't think I like that very much, but maybe I just need to orchestrate it better and then I will like it. That is sometimes how it goes. These guys are playing a big ol' chord, which I shall imitate here. Go. Oh wait. I'm gonna make an instrument, I'll be a guitar luthier. No. If I become an instrument, I'm making my own photo player, alright? First instrument I ever make, I'm just going to the scrapyard, getting as many bicycle horns and weird pipes and pistons as I can, and I'm making some sort of wacky instrument out of that. You're kidding? I don't want to become a luthier, that's lame. Those guitars are too much money. I want to make a scrapyard instrument. One where I can pull some levers and bang on some objects with some hammers. That's what I want to do. That sounds so much better than becoming a luthier to me. I can show off my instrument too, and other people will be like, oh, if I was a luthier, it's like, oh, that's a guitar, and it's a nice one, I guess. But if I made like a dingamadoodle to make music with, that'd be so much cooler. And much cooler than any other synthesizer. Way cooler than any other guitar. I want like a Rube Goldberg machine of stuff. More of these music making streams. There are so many of us. And thank you for the good wishes. Okay, but anyway, I don't like what I wrote here, so I'm going to erase it. Get out of here. I think we're just gonna stick to the pecking order and keep it in major. Specifically, do major. Where are you, key signature? Get out of here, horns. I have an idea. I kind of want to do a recapitulation again, but I want it to be faster. And in order to make it a little bit more obvious, I'm actually gonna turn this tempo down a little bit. I want like a presto part here, where we have this part again. And I think I'll just transpose it downwards. Like I'll actually just take this and transpose it, and I'll probably swap some of the instruments around. But I want to have another part of this, but like presto, like super fast, and a bit more frantic, you know? So, time to do the lazy method and just... Pretty cool, right? And I want here... Presto! Where are you, tempo? Okay, maybe not that fast. That's a little bit too fast. I mean, I still want it to be presto, but like not super duper presto. That's a little bit too presto. It's not prestissimo. I just want it to be like noticeably different than allegro. So presto is where it's gonna be. Let's do like 170-ish. That's definitely presto tempo. Go! Okay, I think there gotta be instruments that are a little bit more punctual. And like instead of violins, it's gotta be a different instruments. And also apparently there are a bunch of fortes on instruments that aren't even being played. What the heck is happening here? Concert bass drum or rim shot? Cool. I forgot that I could have a rim shot of the bass drum, although I don't know why I'd ever want that when I could just have the rim shot of a snare, which sounds much better, but I guess if for some reason I wanted specifically a very weak rim shot, sure. Okay, let's get rid of the percussions for now so I'm not blowing my ears out. To write the second horn part with a notava, like you. Also, you're probably not gonna be playing that loud, just raise you. Well, I'm not sure if horn would prefer to play treble clef, or well, keep in mind that by the way, this is in concert pitch, so like untransposed, it would look like this. There are probably parts here that have lots more ledger lines. That's probably fine. In fact, these are pretty high notes for the horn, as you can see here. They're notated very, very high. Here I did put them in bass clef. If I undid that, it would look like this. I know at least professional horn players can pretty easily read the bass clef. I don't know if they would prefer to read in like an ottava bassa or if they would prefer to read the bass clef. I don't know, because I know horn plays in both. So I'm not quite sure what they prefer. I was thinking just that drone note. Again, I don't know. I'll just keep it the way it is for now. Oh wait. Presto, go. You guys be... Hold on. I want clarinets to play this part. You are the pro here? I can't believe you actually just said that to me. Of course I'm not. I'm making an extremely uneducated guess. I think bassoon here would be better. Go, bassoon! I think the bassoon has a more punctual sound, but since it's so quiet, I'm gonna boost you to fortissimo, my friends. I want tuba to help out. I'm gonna change the instrumentation here a little bit, so tuba go there. Trombone, you can stay. And let's go. Oh, I forgot you were playing the harmony, actually. I want the tuba to copy the melody, not the harmony. What's the app? There's MuseScore 4. Don't wear it out. Go! And do like that. Go! Go? No, not like that. And I want... Xylophone. Your turn. And I guess xylophone doesn't need to be staccato because it's already staccato. You just say forte. Are you ready playing forte? No, you're playing mezzo forte. Then yeah, go to forte. And how do I make you stand out more? I think the controversy in playing this part is really dumb. So, never asked pronouns. What do you think they are? Can't wait to hear slurs on the xylophone. Like a bowed xylophone. Are you saying bowed xylophone? Actually, I don't know what that would sound like. Probably doesn't sound very good though. Never tried bowing the violin but in the wrong place? I think that's what it would sound like. What's it gonna do? Oh yeah. Y'all. Change! Dang. Sad. Try oboe and clarinet doing a little switcheroo here. I think this will actually be good, but not that low because we're not psychopaths. At least, probably not. Switch, y'all. Switch. Switch, 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 switch. Just do it like this, my friends. Okay. I still think you're too fast, so I think here I'm not actually gonna mark you presto. I think I'll just also, what's the tempo before? It's 135. Okay, then I'll boost you to like 155, and I'll just call you Bumoso. Like that. That's still a little bit too slow. Try 165. Last time it was like 170 something, so. A little bit slower. And you know what? I don't know why I haven't added this in yet, because I think it would actually go great in a lot of places. What is the Pardesis de Viole? Highest pitched member of the viol family. I wanted to add suspended symbol, but now I gotta figure out what a Pardesis de Viole means. Can I see a picture of someone playing it? That's what I care about. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. Wow. Where are all the pictures of people playing it? There's a picture of someone holding it. It does look different than a violin. It has like a slightly different shape, right? I guess the layman probably wouldn't be able to tell. Oh, there. Look how tiny it is. The viola da gamba. I know about the viola da gamba. I just didn't know about the Pardesis de viol. Why is it called Pardesis? What is that word? You know what? Why am I even asking y'all? I could just look it up. What? It's a preposition? English. Oh, it means that. Well, that's not helpful. French overcoat garment. That's also not helpful. Oh, over the top of. So it means the top of. I see. Par plus decis. Through. On top. He spat on me. Thanks. Baroque music jargon. Cool, thanks Wiktionary. You're so helpful sometimes, but only sometimes. Anyway, I want suspended symbol. Here. And I want like a rolling symbol here. Psh. That's not quite the sound I want though. I want like a more plinky sound. Like, MuseScore only gives you the option of quote-unquote large and small symbols, but I want like a teeny tiny symbol. Is there a word, is there like a special name for the teeny tiny symbols that you can hit with sticks? Or am I getting this wrong? I want teeny tiny symbols, not like the crotales, those are a little different. I want like an unpitched symbol, but like a tiny one, like a splash kinda, you know? What could it be called? A splash, yeah, I think it is splash I'm thinking of, but I don't think I have a splash symbol sound here. Which is very sad, and I don't know why I don't. I do have shaker. Symbols. Oh wait, I do have symbols and piatti. Apparently those are two different... Okay, sure. What sound flags do you have? Whoa, there are so many different kinds of symbols here. I have Zildjian 14-inch mallets. Okay, wait, hold on. I just discovered that I have more symbols than I thought I did. I want to hear all these sounds. Okay. I'll hear you. I want to hear piano. I want to hear forte. Forte. And I want to hear a tremolo. I'm doing some instrument science here. Okay, what do these instruments sound like? Zildjian 14-inch mallets. Can I... There are none with sticks. I could scrape it. That doesn't sound very scraped. Brushes, mallets, brushes. Okay, 14-inch, 16-inch. There's a Minel. And there's Sabian. Whatever that means. Do the biggest one. Are there seriously no sticks? I wanted there to be sticks. I'm so sad. I wanted like a very bowed. Oh my gosh! He's just striking it with a bow! Please don't tell me they're striking it with a bow, although that's kind of awesome. How do you even indicate bowed symbols? Like, is it like you tremolo it? I really hope they're not striking it with a bow, but that'd be really funny. Anyway, sure, I guess we have that now. We'll have normal piatti symbols here. And I want suspended symbols playing a role here. So just do... I don't know. I don't really know the difference between these. I mean, I know you said they're brand names, so it doesn't really matter, so... I'll just get rid of the brand name, I guess, just for the score. Actually, I did say I want like a tiny symbol, so try the smallest one. Do like a forte piano, and then crash here. Like this, please. I guess you don't need to beat forte because I literally have these guys filling in that space for you. Although I do wish that I had sticks. Try brushes. The brush patch. That's so weak sauce though. Get out of here. Try the 14-inch one. 14 in. I think this transition might be a little bit too sudden. Although I do want something like this happening. Maybe you just gotta like accelerate, right? So just do like a whatchamacallit, a cal. But not that much, please. Thank you. There you go. Okay. I want a non-chord tone here. What's this? D major-ish because of this C sharp. But there's also this G sharp, but it immediately gets resolved. I'll just call it D major. Therefore, you play. No, I like B better. Maybe B flats. No. B. B very loud. Don't fall on beat, please. Play here. Because I don't want you to fall on beat, I'm going to have to get a little creative with this. So first let's split y'all up into quarters. And maybe like triplets, right? Very loud. Go. That falls on beat, so I shall change you. Get changed, nerd. Tuplets cannot cross bar lines. I'm so sad. Oh, it's because of you. You idiot. This might be kind of strange, but try this. I think that's a little too consistent, though. I wanted it to feel more inconsistent. If I split you into 5, which, by the way, is the ugliest thing I've ever done, but here we are anyway. Just keep it like that, please. Try this, go. I want you to move a measure ahead, please. And I want a bass drum roll here, starting somewhere over here. Poom, 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 poom. Lots of pooms. And actually, don't do a roll. Yeah, don't do a roll. Do some triplets here. And emphasize every other one, please. Like this. Is there like a muted bass drum I could use instead? Oh, what instruments do I have available to me? I should have a ton because of the sound packs that I have. I need like a muted bass drum. Surprisingly, Mahler hammer isn't listed on here, which is so sad. Extremely disappointed that there's no Mahler hammer. Temple block, snare drum, marimba, drumsticks. I could have the drumsticks only as an instrument. Does musical even allow me to write for drumsticks only? No. Can I write for stick? No. Muted bass drum, you just put your hand on a towel over it. I know you can, because I remember hearing stories of like people in the 70s or 60s or something that like stuffed towels and tea towels into their instruments so that they have deader sounds. I think it's the 70s that had like the no reverb sound, right? Am I right about that? Well, anyway. Yeah, I remember reading about that, but like I'm not sure if my bass drum patch that I'm using has that, which I'm very sad about. But that's okay because we have ways around this. I guess I could just have it play quieter. Go. I'm not really feeling those accents though. If I tell you to play accents, it means you play accents. Modern prog metal drummers are connecting two kicks into a long tube filled with blankets. If it gets the sound you want, sure. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it very much. Okay, let's do... What is orchestral? Concert tom-toms. There's also tam-tam and tom-tom. Okay, I gotta know what the origin of the phrase tam-tam is. Tam-tam. Why is it called a tam-tam? This etymology is missing or incomplete. Great. What if I just look up tam-tam itself? Okay. History. It doesn't say where the name comes from. Where does the tam-tam, where does that word come from? Alright, maybe if I look up tom-tom or see also tam-tam, will this help? Oh, thanks Finland. From French tam-tam. Onomatopoeic. The tam-tam does not make a tam-tam sound, alright?
Dum-dum.
I was not prepared for that. Okay. Tam-tam is a misnomer of all time. It does not sound like tam-tam at all. Tom-tom definitely sounds like a tom-tom, alright? Tim-tim, I almost wrote Tim-tim. Onomatopoeic, yeah. Alternative form of tam-tam. Tam-tam does not sound like tam-tam. It sounds like or like psh, you know. I would accept those as names. I would write for the psh, but maybe it's just because tam-tam has a vowel in it and psh doesn't. You call it gong for a reason. That's true. I think tam-tam and gong have like a distinction because a gong is pitched, I think, and a tam tam is an unpitched gong, so it has its own name. And they're used often enough in different contexts that they get their own name, I think. But anyway, gong. Are you a vampire or snake cats? It's a good question because I don't know. I just kind of am. Unpitched gong, GG. Alright, here, if I actually... Where's Tam Tam again? Here. By far the most familiar to most Westerners is the Chow Gong, or the Bullseye Gong. Tam Tam has become the symphony orchestra. Sometimes the Chow Gong is referred to as a Chinese gong, but in fact it is only one of many types of suspended gongs that are associated to China. Okay, it just gives a description of it, not what it sounds like. Tam Tam was first introduced as an orchestral instrument. It's also taken up by Gaspare Spontini and Jean-Francois Lesueur. In his treatise on instrumentation, he recommended its use, quote, for scenes of mourning or for the dramatic depiction of extreme horror. I mean, he's not wrong. Have you guys seen the Tam Tam part for the Rite of Spring? It is so busy. Nipple gongs. I feel like they kind of look like rims, but I guess I'll accept nipple gong because it's funny. What the heck? Oh, they're making a gong. Okay. What playing technique is this? Oh my goodness, fire and brimstone. Beautiful. Okay. What are you composing? I'll figure that out when I find the correct cannon. Cannon. They added the cannon, guys. They added cannon. It has a sound too. Yippee. This has got... I feel like I've looked up canon before. This has got to be new, right? They had canon before. I don't know in which patch notes they added canon, but thank goodness. Canon in D. Oh, you're right. I can write a canon for canon. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you, Tchaikovsky, for your amazing influence. Anyway, hand symbols, triangle, or no, do the orchestral ones. Canon and unpitched, you're so right. What's a log drum? There's so many new instruments I'm learning about. What is a log drum? Ooh, this looks kind of fun. Are these like... Hold on, can I hear it be played? Are they... It says they're under unpitched. Log drum. Go! Schlag work. What a name. That's so awesome. Actually using DuckDuckGo is wild. I know, right? Yippee. I actually used to have... Why don't I have... Usually I have like a DuckDuckGo like theme. Yeah, usually I have like a theme, but it depends on what... Okay, because of browser reasons, they're different. But usually when I just look stuff up, I have like a theme. Look at these colors. Awesome, right? Pink and blue and whites. I wonder what that could mean. I wrote a part for Ocean Drum long before MuseScore actually had it. I don't even know what an ocean drum is. And I shall find out right now! What? Okay. What does it sound like? Ocean drum. This guy wearing it on their head. Uh-oh. I see, it's because it makes the sound of the ocean. Okay, well that's pretty... I mean, I definitely can see why that'd be useful in like in some context, but like, why was this instrument invented? Was it specifically for like the orchestra or something? In what context did we need an ocean drum? Sounds like a heavy rain. Emulates the sound of the ocean, indented by Mazayan, French composer, organist, and ornithologist. Ornithologist. I pronounced that wrong. Ocean drums are very loud too. I can tell. This is so loud. Anyway. Originally called the geophone. That's also an appropriate name, but ocean drum is just cooler. Okay. He invented it for his own orchestral piece, inspired by the Native American water drum. This looks like a thunder egg. Membranophone. That's the first time I've seen that word. It sounds nice, that's the context. Fair enough, I guess. Older sibling of the rain stick. Rain stick sounds like a euphemism. Hey baby, you want to make my stick go rain? Oh, I'm gonna cause some precipitation tonight. Anyway, rain stick. Oh, they're such long sticks. Beautiful. Oh, what does it sound like? That actually sounds really cool. I actually really like that. That's so awesome. Flooded with small pebbles, rice, dried beans, or the hard granular matter. What's the hornbostel sax classification? Okay. What a name. Anyway. Hydraulophone. Played with water, or like the harmonica. Wow. Okay. Get out of here. You rain on my stick. Wind chimes. Hand cymbals. Naobo. Wind gong. Opera gong. China cymbal. China cymbals are very cool. Anvil. I know I have an anvil sound. What do they sound like? What? Where's the anvil? What? Where's the anvil? Did I not add it? I think I just added a ghost anvil. I didn't actually add it. There you are, right here. What? That's not what I thought it would sound like at all. Oh, it's because I'm using the MS Basic anvil. No, screw that. I have an anvil sound. Go. Sure. Do I have different kinds of anvils? Break drum. That's like kind of like a cowbell, but less plinky. Sure. Can I have a tremolo anvil? What does this even sound like? Hold on, I'm gonna... Nope, there's no tremolo anvil. I'm so sorry, y'all. What pieces use the anvil? What does the anvil even... I guess, like, if you specifically... I mean, I can't think of a use case where you use the anvil other than you're trying to specifically recreate the sound of an anvil. So you get an anvil. It doesn't, like, sound like anything else other than an anvil. It just goes plink. And I really thought that would sound deeper, but... What's a glockenspiel? Oh, it's this guy. You'll know it when you hear it. That thing. It sounds very similar to the celesta. But celesta's a little different. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Harry Potter vibes. You're so right. I think Harry Potter's played on the celesta. which is very cool. And so is the Sugar Plum Fairy. Song of the Blacksmith by Holston, Lord of the Rings, use the anvil. Cool. I mean, Song of the Blacksmith, I think, speaks for itself. Okay, anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, I wanted something that's not a bass drum, which I don't think I can get it, so I'll just do this. But like, quieter, please. I don't know why bass drum can't distinguish between loud and soft, so I'll just do this. Do this. No, wait, do this. But then you can't hear it no more. What's the program? It's MuseScore 4, MUSCSEORE. Go look it up. Anvil is used to be a rest against metal pieces that are being hit. Anvils are also used to hit others from high places, like cartoons have told me. Oh, like Wile E. Coyote. That's pretty cool. Bad performer. Take that, MuseScore. MuseScore devs are crying. We sampled it 10,000 times. Please. That's a little better, but not by much. Like I said, I wanted like a muted sound. If only there was a way to mute the bass drum. If only. MuseScore. Mute it. Muted drum. So like someone going up and down the stairs aggressively. That's almost what I was going for. But it's a bit too aggressive. I don't want it to be going up the stairs. Best lead developer for MuseScore, but there's so many minor insights. I'm pretty sure he just does mostly the program itself. When it comes to the samples, I'm using third-party samples, so it's not really MuseScore's fault, but I'm going to blame MuseScore anyway, because I will. You know what, let's try tom-toms here. Let me put these back for a sec. I shall add dum-dum. Apparently there's tam-tam, but there's no tom-tom. I mean, there's Chinese tom-toms, but I think what I want is concert toms, and or, I guess, drum kit, but... what? Oh, so many drums. Marching bass, soprano steel, guitar steel... What is a guitar steel drum? Guitar steel drum? What? What? Is this a guitar steel drum? Ever heard Caribbean steel bands? I didn't know it was called a guitar steel drum. I just knew it as a steel drum, or like a steel pan. Why does it have the word guitar in front of it? The guitar is the role that it plays? Oh, sure. I guess. I mean, steel pans are very fun, but it's frame drum, slit drum, log drum. Okay, well anyway, add the concert toms. Concertina, sousaphone concert pitch. Why is that a separate staff? Okay, well whatever, concert toms, go. Okay. Tom. What kind of toms do I got? Why are the toms so darn quiet? Should have tom-toms here. I want you to be in the lowest toms that you got. And I want here, once again, emphasize every other notes. Actually, do it on the offbeats so that it's a bit more irregular. When I say accent, I say accent. That's not what I want. Timpani, save us. Do like... This might be kind of weird, but try like a high timpani. No, very low timpani. The timpani has a... What I specifically want is a very dry sound. Like... Nothing that resonates too much. Kind of like the Mahler hammer, you know? Something that doesn't quite resonate so much, but has a loud sound. That's what I want. Nothing too... Like, the bass drum, of course, is very resonant for good reason. Timpani is extremely resonant for good reason, but that's specifically what I don't want right now, is such high resonance, and I don't know. I mean, of course, muted bass drum exists, but I don't have a sound for that. So, I'm just gonna have to improvise, and I don't know how. I guess I could try a drum kit bass drum, which would be kind of weird, and I don't know if I have a sound like that, but that might be fun. Do I happen to have a bass drum sound that's just like... Could do a marching drum. That probably has a pretty, like... It's not super resonant, but it projects far, you know? Marching drums. Especially the tenors, but I don't think that's awesome. I don't think that's exactly what I want either. Timbales. Marimba. Bass drum. Agogo. Back later. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Field drum. What does a field drum look like again? Is it what I think it is? Yeah, it is. Okay. What does a field drum sound like? I feel like I haven't heard enough field drums in my life to know. So, we shall figure this out together. Field drum. What do you sound like, my friend? Why do you... It's like a big snare drum. Huge snare. Foghorn. Finger simple, awesome. What else do I have? Drumstick. I don't know what I want either. Temple block. Okay, well, I know it's my fault because I changed the sound while preserving what instrument it was in MuseScore, but it was probably the worst thing I've ever seen. This is so ugly. A snare held at hip heights? I mean, I guess not, because it has a specifically different sound in MuseScore, so I assume that means... Like, it has a different sound patch, so I assume that means they're slightly different. I mean, I'm sure they're manufactured differently, but I don't know if they're made different enough that it warrants a different sound. Guiro. It's pretty cool. What else do I have here? Duck call. Congas. Gastanet. Bongo. Body perk. What kind of body perk? Dang it. There's no thigh slap. No! Okay, well, get out of here. Can I have the players stomp? Stomp. Body perk. How do you even write in body percussion? Oh. Oh, it's called a stamp, not a stomp. Very different. Is there no thigh slap? Thigh slap. Slap. Oh, there's a hand slap. No, like slapping someone in the face. They're very different. Sure. Hand clap, finger snap. No, I do a stamp. I want a stamp. Stamp your feet. But did I add it? It's below the harp. What kind of stamp? There you are. No, don't clap. No clapping. No clapping. Give me. Oh wait, no, your chimes. I want you. Don't play your feet with mallets. Although I guess that would be kind of cool. Stamp your feet. Good. Footsteps is actually exactly what I wanted to imitate here. I guess I could just have the players stamp their feet. I mean, good enough, I guess. Can you be quieter though, since like 10,000 of you are stamping at once apparently. We're running up the stairs. It is so unbelievably loud. Can I just specify one person do it? Like, can I have the conductor do a little tap dance? That would be so awesome. The point here is that this is supposed to be like a you're late for school kind of moment, which is why the music will get faster here. But unfortunately, it's coming with its weird orchestra challenges. Go. No xylophone here. Good. Good. Of course, there's got to be more lead into that. I think the bass drum, the bass drum jump scare isn't very good here. And I want tremolo here. Okay, the tremolo in the bass drum isn't very good. I think timpani would be better though. So you move to Do major. Which major? Do major. Like that. I guess you don't need to be staccato. And you don't really need to be accented either. What note even comes before this? Nice big hits here. I guess I could just have, like, you. But that's kind of lame. Okay, so I want to go back to this original melody we have here, but I want to put it in a different key. So, or not a different key, like a different scale. I think it sounds better in a different scale. Let's go back here. This part. Alright. This melody here. Okay, so this little bit right here. I think I can make this a bit more diminished and or augmented to make it feel a bit more tense. Because right now it's very pleasant, and that's why I put it in oboe. But let's go. And all I want here. Which instrument will you play on? I don't know yet. Try. Let's do trumpets. I guess you were also in a horn before. Let's see. Let's at least transpose you down to you. And so you're playing in D minor right now. What am I thinking? I don't think. I would never think. Thinking is the death of the dumb man. 6. That should be fun. Okay. You don't think, therefore you aren't? You're so right. I do not think, therefore I do not am. I like that a bit more. I'm gonna go sleep now. Alright. I'll see you later. I'll see you around. Okay, horn, you do not have to play that high. Trumpets. I'm not gonna lie, trumpets, I don't mind torturing y'all a little bit, but horns, I'll have you. I'm very partial to horns, so they can stay down low. Okay. You are currently... Where are my chords? Did I really not copy them here? Start accelerating here. Like, halfway through this phrase. Good. Actually, I changed my mind. Just like... do it here. But like, make it a bit more obvious. Do an ease out here. Which should make it so that it speeds up and then like... It speeds up more in the beginning instead of towards... Okay, whatever. You don't need to know what easing means. Just trust me on this one. Bye-bye, I'll see you later then. I'm thinking here we should just repeat this motif instead of having a weird... I mean, this can be like a counter melody maybe, but I kind of want to just keep repeating this goofy melody here. go, bassoon, you do something. Play this melody, but stupider. What does that even mean? I don't know, but just do it. Why are you calling out to the instruments like they're Pokemon? Because I'm crazy. And then, in the beginning here, I want to change up the instrumentation. Here we just had strings playing some drony notes, chords, and you guys are playing the staccato bass. So in this one, I want something different. I want some repeating notes here. And then D, F could be part of try. You are what, E? So I want to try here. Try this. I'm not hearing any of these in between these notes, probably because you're playing piano now, but I still want to hear you. Maybe just have the contrabass pronounce the big notes like this. And then all you other guys just play normal rests here. And then I'll just W with the viola. You do what you're doing too. And you, violins and viola, play this part here. Yes, they're much better at playing this part, I think. Also, you're A flat, not G. Move to A flat here. Flats, thank you. Oh, that's too many flats. No, it's gotta be A flat here. A flat. Okay. G. Y'all play D. No. Just stick to G. You guys play E. I know the violin can't play that low. Oh well. First violins, go! You just do what you're doing again. But like higher. You can't even play this notes. You guys play less staccato and more spiccato, please. If I could remember where that articulation is, it's in here. Okay, good. And just for funsies, I want to hear some Coleño here. Go! That's so fun. I really like that. Bow, bow, bow. And, who wants to get the harmony? Also, where are my chords? I don't have any. I forgot I was writing them. I mean, these are the same chords as the beginnings, right? So I can just kind of steal them. Cause I'm so lazy. Goody gum drops. You should go in the tuba, which is over here. And then you're diminished. You're playing what? A sharp. So actually you should be B flat, not A sharp. Technically. Technically, you're supposed to be B flat and not D sharp. And flutes. Yeah, flutes, you play the rest of the chords here, which is what? It's diminished. Dang, bass flute cannot go so low. Actually, no, wait, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Why did I do that? Try in clarinets instead. Here. Good. Then E. Keep on accelerating here. And I want another another instrument group here to imitate this. Like do this melody, but again in a different key or something like that. Flutes, your turn. But what key are you going to be in? That's the age-old question. Okay, maybe not that low. More flutes, more flutes, more flutes. It needs to be very loud flutes too. All flutes here. And your chords are your 4. That's D sharp. That should be A. D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, A. Could include C. Therefore, I could say you are diminished 5. Which means maybe try like C here. Go back to E flats. Technically you're supposed to be E flat, not D sharp. So I shall change you. Oh, C natural. Hold on, I got a notification there. Oh, okay. You just keep on spiccatoing. You play. There's gonna be a big jump. E flats. That's not E flats. You're E flats. And you are C natural. C natural. Thank you. Turns out you listen if I yell at you, so I'll keep doing it. Trombone here, you guys play the other bits. That sounds so devilish. I want... What is this? Why am I blanking this? A major. Or A diminished. This is gonna sound so stupid, and I love it. Try this. A, C, E sharp, G, or G flats. A... That's not correct. That is correct. It is G flats. I literally put my hand on my keyboard like, is that correct? Good, go. Okay, that sounds kind of goofy. I'm not sure if I like that actually. Maybe you guys just are too close together. Do you like this? Or maybe you're too loud. Shush. I like that a bit more. And instead of xylophone here, we don't have anything actually. I want more triangle happening. More triangle. More triangle. You never have too much triangle. Okay, well clearly this is not enough triangle. More triangle. Okay. Barber slap, go. There you go. And nice loud and nice loud ones. Okay, you can't hear it over everything, so I'll just have it here. Go. Not too loud, actually. Good. Can you guys be a little bit more... no, actually, I don't... See, I was gonna say I want you to be a little bit more staccato, but I think instead I'll just have you play in the glockenspiel, which can be staccato. And I want like some xylophone to play here, but I'm not sure what yet. Okay, there needs to be a little bit more high end here, I think, and or low end. So let's have bass trombone join in here. Get rid of tuba. Sorry, tuba. Louder. Minor 5. instead of major 2, play minor 2. Which means you need to be in the key of D, you ought to be whatchamacallits, E. Why are you even playing C sharp anyway? Anyway, all of these C's go get naturalized. Some of y'all. Okay, something here sounds a bit odd. Oh, you're playing C sharp. Somebody playing a wrong notes? No. A flats. You should be... 2 is supposed to be originally supposed to be... what? E major? So you're supposed to be E minor. No, it's gotta be... Okay, I'm sorry, it's so loud. And it's gotta be C. I think this chord has just gotta change if I want to keep this. So C, what is that, A flat? Let's say A flat and E. That should be augmented flat 5 or augmented 7. Does soldier have mood swings? Oh, you never know. Flat. Or it could be E augmented, which should be this. More vibro slap, go! Slap it some more. No, it's gotta be a little bit more. Gotta be a little bit more less. It needs to be more less. I want the Colenio to also be much louder. Thank you. Okay. Uh, uh, um... follow the bass notes here, perhaps, my chimey friends. Just want to hear what you sound like. Although, don't play Colenio, although that would be kind of awesome on chimes, but... No, it just gets kind of drowned out. Although, it might be kind of fun for here. Okay. And I want you to keep accelerating throughout the whole thing. These are 4 measures, these are 4 measures. B flats. No, not what I want. B flat. No, not what I want either. Okay, good. Apparently anything higher than C is forbidden. And luckily this only goes up to B flat, so we're safe. Oh yeah. Thank you, Glockenspiel. And I want here... I want like a suspension here. And then, psh, you know, nice big drum roll. You guys are all playing a big tutti, and I want some harmony here. So, probably just make this a chord over B flat. Make it a B flat augmented chord. Another bogmented chord. Which means B flats, F sharp, and D. Louder. And, clarinet, you don't play. Shush. Bassoon. No contrabassoon. No, why did you do that? I want... what? I want dotted half note, not dotted quarter note, you dum-dums. And more acceleration. Please. I know I didn't have you as much acceleration before, but now that I've extended it. Go. No, we need one more repetition here, I think. Strings, go. Oh wait, strings are already busy. Not for long. Okay, what are you? You're playing F to F sharp to B flats. Again, a augmented chord. Okay, hold on, it's quite a big jump. And I need more guys playing this. More and more, but you play a lower. Like that. Good evening. Hello. Since you're stringies, you gotta be super duper loud. Everyone else around you is so loud, especially my Colenio friends, but you're playing Colenio, so you gotta pass. You are this. G sharp is G sharp over C sharp. I want to hear to be a 7 chord, and then be an F sharp. That should be a normal 6 chord. D major, yes. I could try 6. Let's just try this. Does that mean tonic, dominant, subdominant, something else? And you move to this, which is E sharp. E sharp. Just move you to your enharmonic. F natural. So F natural here should be a 3 chord. If I make you, for example, a wonderful 3 augmented chord. Okay. The Homestead is a 6/8 country I'm going for. That sounds lovely. I love country. Maybe we can make like a pastoral. Okay. You are B flat augmented. That's right. It's 7 is C sharp major. So C sharp major should be and then 6 here should just be normal B minor. Right, so all you guys move down. And then F augmented. I want to hold this note and then I want a very nice brassy chord to come fill this in. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Here. Do I want you to play the same chord? Can you play F minor actually, or F diminished? So bass trombone, tuba, bass trombone, normal trombone. Play octaves here. Look what you got. Thank you. Try here. And then you guys, horns. A flats. Both of you. Only 2 horns. That's fine. Maybe I should turn on the volume before I play this chord. And I'll also have contrabassoon bellowing out this guy here. Alright, you're supposed to be diminished. C flats. Good. Try F. This goes to F. Try a different chord. Try B here. Try B. You sound too much like a minor chord and not enough like a diminished chord, I think. Good. That is what I wanted. You would be diminished 6 then. Bass drum here, because why not? Hold this for longer, please. And yippee. Okay. Big in-your-face chords. I'm having a lot of fun writing a lot of big in-your-face chords, which is why I keep doing it. Just keep on accelerating until you get all the way over here. The strings don't quite project as far as I'd like, so have clarinet help out here. Just one clarinet I think is enough. You know what? I changed my mind. 2 clarinets. More bass trombone action. I want a low brass chord here. This is why I'm rearranging this a bunch. Nice and low and brassy. And very sexy. Awesome. Okay. No bass drum hits. Symphony needs to be a little louder. Again, you don't feel as diminished. There's not enough F happening. Not giving enough Fs. Oh well. Strings help. You guys play exclusively F, please. And play Arco, y'all. Not sure exactly how this will come across, but worth giving it a shot. Or actually, you guys shush. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and don't do this. Just do like a slowdown here or something, or like a fermata, I think, for this one measure. Fermata, fermata. Where are you? Here. And I want you to like die down to like another chord or something. B diminished resolves nicely to C major, so we can try that. Although this might sound kind of goofy because of the way I've arranged it to sound very creepy. And all of a sudden it's gotta sound nice. It doesn't always work. But let's give it a shot anyway, because I don't care. Too many different instruments happening. Sounds kind of goofy. Decrescendo to like, I'm not sure where, but just do it. You're probably gonna extend for a few more measures anyway. Okay. Sure. Well, I am quite happy with the progress we made today. I'll do some more fiddling around with it later, and maybe I can come up with something presentable to show next time. But for now, that's all. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe and join the Discord and stuff. Okay, bye.